Hello everybody, welcome back. Good morning. Let's have a look at a bit of an overview. Nothing special really. Everything's looking quite good for at least the next 24 hours, or should we just say for today. So woken up, we've not dumped, and obviously we've got the US 500, so the pre-market to the S&P woken up with a nice big pump there. So we're outside of this box, which was the box of major concern. That doesn't mean that we can't come crashing down from a higher area. Obviously we can, but we've cleared the 200 exponential, we've cleared the 200 simple, and now we're sort of like pushing our way closer and closer to the magical number, the magical round number, I suppose. $6,000 on the S&P, which is going to be the next area of resistance, just cause it's a simple round number, but it's a good look. So if we can continue to remain above 5,651, um, everything will look pretty sweet. So if we move up to 6,000, let's just say, and you come back down to hit any one of these areas and you find that their support, might be worth taking a long just to try. Tight stop losses, obviously, in case it falls down. You should be looking for a higher low, and maybe we are looking to recover from all of this. Maybe. Or maybe it's all a trap. Maybe it's all a trap. We'll see. Um, Bitcoin up 1.2%, which is fine, making fresh highs at this point now. And probably looking for continuation on this as well. We should have been rejected previously. We have not been rejected yet. For some reason it's not loading. This is frustrating. Come on, give me some price actions. Let's get back to Bitcoin. Come on, you can do it. That's it. So there you go, fresh highs already. So as we approach the next level, which is this little area up here, oh my god, so frustrating over here. The $106,000. So Bitcoin on its own is approaching that resistance, horizontal resistance. If you're unaware of what that resistance refers to, if you go over to the weekly, it's a weekly candle body high. And we'll be looking for actually not weekly candle body high, it's a daily candle body high, but the weekly shows that we've had a couple of wicks around this area too. Look, things could get really interesting, and I'm not saying expect doom and gloom. I'm really not saying that at all. Remember, the higher term timeframes are always my preference. Money flow index all the way down here at 48, which is fine. Remember, we're going from here to September. This is my expectation. From here to September, new highs should get printed. New all-time highs should be printed. And actually, at the moment, it looks like it's really wanted to try and do that. If this does have somewhat of a rally now, and Bitcoin decides to really push and break through, you'd be thinking about sort of areas like 120 as a very significant peak. I know it's not much. All my indicators are in the way here. I hate this laptop, but I hate all laptops, to be fair. So we're talking about a 13% move or so. Now, obviously, that's not like crypto gains, is it? That's not the crypto gains your granddad told you about there. But it is still like a new high for Bitcoin, and with that comes a bit more confidence in the market. As the S&P is obviously not making new highs, stocks aren't making new highs. Gold's still cooling off from its previous highs. And last week, or maybe the week before, it's been a bit of a weird week, but in the not too distant past, I was referring to how gold has peaked, and you might start to see a rotation, because when you got the dollar dying, basically the dollar's not a place to be. You've got gold more or less marking a specific peak. You had at the time, and you kind of still do, have stocks making lower highs, lower lows. And then you had Bitcoin, which is actually presenting in a much more bullish way, probably the more bullish of all the charts out there. So if you focused on a place that you really wanted to put some money, it seems that Bitcoin, at least Bitcoin, but then you could extend that to perhaps some of crypto, because crypto on the 4 hourlies were looking good, have been looking good for a couple of weeks now. Those were the places to be, and you know we were right. It was a theory, all right. Okay, the theory has worked. I'm not one of those that's just going to say I was right, so take it. I'm just saying that I was saying that if you were to think it like that in those terms, then all right, this chart looks bad, this chart looks bad, this chart looks bad, this place isn't a place to be. Okay, that leaves Bitcoin as the more appealing chart out of all the major financial markets, because I suppose at this point is quite a big financial market, really. It's not massive, but it's big enough for big money to come in and out. So there you have it. Ethereum finally closed a week above the 20 moving average. So we might be looking for a bit more move on Ethereum. Next major level, 2,800. It's only a little bit further than where we are right now. Again, every time you push into a resistance, expect a rejection. I'm not saying that you will, but you'd be silly to not, be prepared for one. A little higher than where we are is 2,720, so not far off really. So if we do push up a little further for Bitcoin 106 and Ethereum 2,800, and you get a rejection from there, that's pretty normal. It's kind of natural, and you might see Ethereum trickle down towards the low 2000s. Might seem dramatic and devastating if it were to happen, and I suppose it's not a small pullback, is it? It's quite a big one. But this is crypto. Crypto does big moves up, and it does big moves down. So you've got to take the rough with the smooth and be prepared for either direction. But at the moment, things are looking good, and I think because the S&P has opened up in the pre-market pretty significantly, well, it really is significant at the moment, isn't it? Really, it's just not slowing down at all. So we're up 2.5% on the S&P. It is definitely a good look for a continuation today. Again, pullbacks will happen, and I would imagine a pullback is on the cards. But so long as it continues with a higher high, higher low structure, we should be happy with what we get. There's not much point in me sort of boiling down any more individual charts. I think that's probably the best and probably the most useful way to look at all of this. Dominance is still trickling down daily below all moving averages. That's good. Obviously, the weekly we saw that was breaking down as well. So we are looking for continuation, I think, on altcoins as well. So pretty happy with the way things are looking right now. Obviously, my expectation generally was that we were going to make new highs between now and September. It does look like that's the case, but in the very short term, a little higher, then pull back, higher low, then higher high, and we should be looking at a series of those now between now and September. It's not going to go straight up till September, but it's a very good start, and we'll just take it one day at a time. Right, I'll leave with you there. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.